depression, and people are talking about, oh my God, it's a bad problem running rampant. And here's the reason why it's running rampant, right? It's because we don't know what it really is.
Have you ever watched a couple on reality TV and thought they're untouchable? Like no matter how messy things get, they'll always land on their feet? That's exactly how fans used to see Marsau and LaTisha Scott from Love and Marriage, Huntsville. They weren't just another cast couple, they were part of the show's foundation. From day one, they gave the series its professional polish. Marsau with his sharp business image and booming voice.
In a moment like this, I think that lesson learned.
Yes, but you can know something, but hearing it from somebody else make it probably hit a little different.
You think somehow me going to talk to him about something is going to be a wake-up call?
LaTisha with her southern charm and quiet confidence. Together, they represented that Black excellence brand the network loved. But now, everything's changed. Reports are flooding social media saying the Scotts have been removed from the show and it wasn't some friendly exit or quiet decision. Word is, producers were done. Completely done. After months of behind-the-scenes chaos, constant clashes, and a shocking incident during filming, OWN decided enough was enough. The very couple who helped build the show's credibility were suddenly out. No farewell post, no final reunion, just silence.
That nobody's saying anything, and I am the referee for real. It's like, Maurice, let him let it out. Chris and Nell are zombies. Poor Lance, he just new and traumatized. I just don't want anybody to swing on each other. Like, that's the last thing I want.
So what happened? How did Marsau and LaTisha go from fan favorites to being quietly cut from the cast they helped make successful? To really understand it, we've got to go back because this didn't happen overnight. For years, the Scotts were the definition of balance. Marsau was the straight-talking businessman with big dreams. LaTisha was the educated wife who'd built her identity around supporting him while growing into her own woman. Fans watched her evolve from stay-at-home mom to entrepreneur. She opened businesses, gained confidence, and even started to challenge her husband more openly on screen.
Your wife, is she my favorite on the show? Go find her then. Shit, where Tisha at? Tisha getting pampered. Yesterday's her birthday.
Let me check my goddamn
Right, because I know I got a private investigator following her little cheating ass. So I'm gonna find out because you know she wanna. Tisha ain't the kind of person that be sitting there taking that shit. She wanna just get back. She wanna cheat back. So I gotta watch.
It was inspiring to a lot of viewers, especially women who saw parts of themselves in her story. At first, they seemed unshakable. While other couples were crumbling under rumors and drama, Marsau and LaTisha stood together. They played the role of the stable pair who didn't let outside noise break them. But with each new season, cracks started showing. Fans began noticing Marsau's habit of talking over LaTisha during interviews or dismissing her thoughts with that signature smirk. He'd laugh it off like a joke, but viewers caught on. His tone sometimes came off as controlling, and people started calling him out for it. LaTisha would defend him always, but her eyes told a different story.
Like, this is crazy. Like, people are really offering you money to come on this show and lie. So at that point, I was like, forget it. It's a lie. Like, now I don't believe anything.
It was like she wanted to keep the peace on camera, even when it clearly hurt. Then came the reunions. The place where hidden tension always explodes. Every year, the Scotts' disagreements grew harder to hide. When cheating rumors about Marsau began circulating, LaTisha tried to hold it together, but you could see the pain. Instead of reassurance, Marsau often brushed the questions off or joked his way around them, saying people were jealous of their success. But audiences weren't laughing anymore. Behind the scenes, production was struggling to manage their growing issues. The Scotts had started pushing back against the process. Insiders say Marsau became difficult showing up late, questioning producers' decisions, and refusing to film certain scenes he didn't like. It wasn't just confidence anymore, it was control. He reportedly wanted final say over how he and his wife were portrayed. LaTisha, who used to go along quietly, began speaking up more too, but not always in ways that helped the situation. Word is she clashed with producers over editing choices, accused them of bias, and demanded scenes be pulled that made them look unfavorable. What started as healthy boundaries turned into full-blown tension. Other cast members noticed it too. Marsau's ongoing friction with Melody Sherry became so intense that group scenes would fall apart. What used to be playful shade turned into heated exchanges that stopped filming altogether. Marsau was reportedly tired of what he called fake narratives, while producers felt he was crossing professional lines. Even off camera, it became clear something wasn't working anymore. But the real breaking point came during filming this past season. According to multiple sources, there was a heated altercation on set that changed everything. It started as a disagreement between Marsau and production over how a particular scene was being shot. Insiders say Marsau felt disrespected, claiming producers were trying to make him look bad. But instead of calmly working it out, things allegedly got loud, very loud. Crew members reportedly stepped in, and that's when the situation took a turn. Sources claim Marsau lost his temper and disrespected a crew member using harsh language that crossed the line. LaTisha, trying to defend her husband, jumped in, but it only added fuel to the fire. The scene became so chaotic that production had to shut down filming for the day. Everyone involved was shaken. It never aired. The footage was quietly locked away, possibly to protect the show's image. But once OWN's internal team got wind of the situation, everything changed. Meetings were held behind closed doors, HR got involved, and by the end of it contracts were quietly pulled. The Scotts were officially done. When news leaked, social media exploded. Fans couldn't believe it. Some said the decision was long overdue, pointing to Marsau's arrogant attitude and years of dismissive behavior toward both cast and crew. Others argued the couple had been targeted, that producers had been provoking them for drama and finally used this incident as an excuse to push them out. Regardless of the opinions, one thing was clear: OWN had made up its mind. There was no going back. The Scotts, who once symbolized black love and business excellence on reality TV, were suddenly out in the cold. And the fallout didn't stop there. Their businesses, once heavily promoted through the show, began feeling the pressure. Marsau's construction company and cigar lounge had thrived thanks to the exposure from Love and Marriage, Huntsville. Fans who loved the couple supported their ventures. But after the firing, things started changing. Industry whispers say some business partners quietly backed away. Contracts weren't renewed. Meetings were postponed indefinitely. A few investors reportedly distanced themselves from the couple, worried about the negative headlines. For a man like Marsau, who built his reputation on confidence and control, that was a tough pill to swallow. LaTisha's real estate work also took a hit. The public image she'd worked so hard to polish was now tangled in controversy. Clients began second-guessing whether to work with her. Local partners reportedly pulled out of collaborations that were once considered a done deal. And that's when it hit them: losing the show wasn't just about fame. It was about influence. Reality TV had given them a platform, a fan base, and credibility. Without it, they were just another couple trying to rebuild. And rebuilding after a public downfall is never easy. But here's the twist: instead of staying silent, the Scotts seemed to shift into damage control mode. LaTisha started posting cryptic messages on Instagram, quotes about loyalty, trust, and how real ones never fold. Marsau shared motivational clips, subtly hinting that people were out to destroy what he'd built. To some, it looked like strength. To others, denial. Behind the scenes, sources say the couple has been brainstorming their next move. Word is, they've been shopping around ideas for a YouTube show or podcast where they can tell their side without producers, without editing, and without restrictions. They still have fans, people who genuinely believe they were treated unfairly and deserve to reclaim their story. But even that comes with risk. OWN reportedly has strict post-contract clauses that limit what former cast members can reveal publicly. If the Scotts start spilling behind-the-scenes details, it could lead to legal trouble. That's likely why, for now, they're walking a fine line, saying just enough to stay relevant but not enough to break NDAs. Meanwhile, the Love and Marriage community is split. Some fans miss their energy, saying the show feels different without them. Others feel the atmosphere is lighter, less tension, fewer ego battles. It's a reminder of how much the Scotts' presence shaped the series, for better or worse. What's even more telling is how quiet OWN has been. no official statement, no public acknowledgement. Just silence. And in television, that kind of silence usually means the door is closed permanently. Still, Marsau and LaTisha aren't fading away quietly. They've started showing up at public events, smiling for cameras like nothing ever happened. It's classic reality TV resilience, the ability to keep going even when everything around you crumbles. But behind those smiles, insiders say the pressure is heavy. Rebuilding a brand without network backing takes time, money, and credibility, three things that aren't easy to balance after a scandal. And that's the emotional core of this story. For years, the Scotts built their image around partnership, around family, loyalty, and the grind of building something from the ground up. But when success starts to shift into control, when the cameras become a weapon instead of a platform, it's easy to lose sight of what made people love you in the first place. Marsau's need for dominance and LaTisha's quiet frustration eventually became their undoing. What began as ambition turned into resistance, and that resistance cost them everything. Now, as the dust settles, fans are asking one big question: can they come back from this? Can the couple who once symbolized strength and unity rise again after being cut from the very show that made them household names? If you look at history, reality TV has a short memory. Scandals fade, narratives change, and redemption arcs are always possible. But only if the Scotts can drop the pride and face the reality of what went wrong. For LaTisha, that might mean stepping into her own light, no longer living in her husband's shadow, no longer defending his actions just to keep up appearances. She's educated, driven, and charismatic. Fans have always wanted to see her story, not just the wife behind Marsau. For Marsau, it's about humility, understanding that leadership isn't control. That respect is earned, not demanded. And that sometimes, taking accountability is the only way to truly rebuild. The Scotts' exit from Love and Marriage, Huntsville isn't just another TV headline. It's a cautionary tale about ego, pride, and the dangers of forgetting that fame is temporary. The same cameras that build you up can take you down just as fast. Still, one thing is undeniable: the Scotts know how to stay in the conversation. Whether it's through subtle shade, motivational posts, or public appearances, they keep people talking. And in the world of reality TV, that's half the battle. So while their chapter with OWN may be closed, the story of Marsau and LaTisha is far from over. They may have been kicked out, but don't count them out. Because if there's one thing we've learned about the Scotts, it's that they always find a way to turn a storm into a strategy. The question now isn't whether they'll return to Love and Marriage, Huntsville. It's whether they can rebuild their empire outside of it without the cameras, without the producers, and without the illusion. What do you think really caused their downfall? Was it ego, exhaustion, or simply karma catching up? Drop your thoughts below, because one thing's for sure: this isn't the last time we'll hear from Marsau and LaTisha Scott.